If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 56 of the Inter Milan career mode here on FIFA 15. Today is the first, and second, obviously, of the 4 remaining games in the Serie A season. 4 to go, 2 points clear at the top. So we want to maintain our winning record, and hopefully Juventus can drop some more points so that their pressure at the top kind of eases on us towards the end of the season. Splitting the remaining 4 games into 2 today and 2 tomorrow to make sure that we have 2 videos of decent length rather than 3 games today and then just the 1 tomorrow. So obviously only the 2 today, but we start with the game at home against Bologna, which we should be winning, to be completely honest. We are obviously a very competent side, and they aren't necessarily one of the best in the league. Should be relatively comfortable to finish mid-table. They do have Zuccolini though, the obviously Argentinian on-loan midfielder from Manchester City, who is a very good player and a good prospect actually in career mode, so we will have to keep our eyes pinned on him and stop him creating something in the midfield. It was our midfielder that were creating chances at the beginning of the game, with Charlotto there having the first chance. I wasn't sure where he would fit into my side, to be completely honest, when he came back from loan last year, but he's actually scored a couple of very good goals for us, and important goals, since he's come back to the side and found himself kind of having the odd rotation appearance. He's probably scored in every other game that he's been involved in, to be completely honest. Ridiculous, considering I knew nothing about him, wasn't really too sure whether I wanted to keep him at all, but he scored a great goal there, finessing that into the top corner to give us a 1-0 lead here against Bologna after a slow first half. Although, to be fair, it was Schelotto that was having all of the chances whenever they came about, obviously missing the first one and scoring the second, and that kind of summed up Bologna's attacking play in the first half. Bottinelli with one of their only chances of the half, and that was genuinely their best chance of the half as well. So, not really worth ranting and raving about, but their goalkeeping on the other hand by Da Costa, pretty impressive. Good save down low there. Schelotto denied again, I think it was, having another shot, although I was trying to score a pop shot with Freddy Guarin from the edge of the box. Schelotto again with that effort. It's ridiculous. He's involved in everything whenever I play him in that cam spot. It's crazy. I may even think about looking into him in the career mode road to glory if he continues to be this good in this series, but Shaqiri does brilliantly there to race away, and then the ball just kind of gets away from him. I wanted him to just kind of finesse it under the keeper, and he had to do it on the stretch, and it was a good save in the end by Da Costa. But we mentioned he was making some good saves so far in this game, and did again so there with a good pluck out of the air from Dybala's shot. But fortunately for me, I didn't need to beat him for a second time, because we were able to get the 1-0 victory thanks to Charlotto's good goal in the first half. So we head into the second game of the episode against a side that really could cause us some problems. Obviously Torino had a very good year last year in real life, with obviously Ciro Immobile and Alessio Cerci being their main 2 best players. But weirdly, obviously Torino are the other side in Turin, Juventus's neighbours. So were their neighbours going to cause us some problems that meant that Juventus could close the gap at the top? I was not sure. They have had the the tradition of actually causing me some issues in this series so far, Torino, but I was hoping today was not going to be one of those times. Obviously, again, continuing to play our former player Yuto Nagatomo against me, as we brought in Mattia Darmian, who's actually sat on my bench at present for this particular game. Much stronger game, or much stronger side out for this one. Stefan Jovetic is back from injury to start alongside Rodrigo, but it was Torino that were going to start off on the front foot. Nagatomo involved immediately as well, and they're going to square the ball into the box here. Good chest down. Not so sure about the defensive challenge though. Don't really have a leg to stand on there, do I, to be completely honest? I just clattered into him, and it was definitely a penalty. So it's Pablo Osvaldo, or Pablo Daniel Osvaldo, whichever you like to call him, to take the penalty, and well, one of the best penalties that we've had taken against us. Coolly, calmly, collectively stroked in off the post to make it Torino 1, Inter Milan 0. Were the neighbours doing the dirty work for their fellow Turin side? I'm not really too sure so far. Quagliarella pulls this back to Perez, gets eventually played into the middle, and Vives takes it around the goalkeeper and makes it Torino 2, Inter Milan 0. They really do seem to be doing the business for the neighbours. But Osvaldo here pushing forward at the beginning of the second half, looking to make it 3, but we sneak it off them. We're going to go on a cheeky counter-attack. Brozovic, nice feet to dance past that man. Good strength as well to hold him off. Jovetic involved in the move into Rodrigo. Plenty of space for Jovetic to break into. Behind the defender, he's just left for dead, and he tucks it away very nicely indeed. 2-1 now. Start of a comeback, perhaps. Let's go and get ourselves an equaliser, shall we? Shaqiri pushing up the other end, but then he gets picked off the same way that we picked them off just a moment ago. Pablo Daniel Osvaldo dinks it over the top to Nagatamo, shrugs off the challenge from Gökhan Torre, squares it into the middle, and Benassi makes it 3-1. They've got their 2-goal advantage back again. Stop it, Torino. If Juventus are going to win the league and pip us to the title, they should do it off their own backs, not because their next door neighbours have taken points off us for themselves. Jovetic racing away though. That's 3-2 in the 76th minute. Stefan Jovetic has just been so good since he came in. That's now 12 goals in 12 games for Jovetic in an Inter shirt. Brilliant signing. I'm so glad that we actually made the move to sell on Mauro Icardi, because Jovetic has done so much more than the Argentinian ever did. To be fair, Icardi did score a few goals, but Jovetic is going to turn provider here as he threads the ball through to Rodrigo, picking up an assist as well as his 2 goals. So Rodrigo makes it 3-3 in the 88th minute, and a lot of the goals seem to come from where the other side had possession and the other team kind of picked it off them and then raced up the other end. It was very much that sort of game, very end-to-end, and it was an entertaining game, but not necessarily the sort of game that I needed when we're on a title run-in. The gap is still 2 points. Fortunately, Juventus drew one of their games as well, so we won 1, we drew 1, they won 1, they drew 1. The point for Torino keeps them 3 points above the drop, as you can see down in 17th, so that's why they were so hard to play against. They're fighting for their lives at the bottom of Serie A. Had they beaten us, they may have been genuinely safe. In fact, if they'd beaten us, they'd have been up in 14th position rather than down in 17th. But regardless, we got a point, they got a point. We sit top by 2 with 2 games to go. We'll play those tomorrow, come back tomorrow and find out whether we can win the league here at Inter in the second season. Semi-finals of the Europa League, knocked out. Semi-finals of the Coppa Italia, knocked out against second place Juventus. Can we pip them to the title, though? That's the main question. Scudetto is the name of the trophy, and we want to have that trophy in our cabinet by the end of this season. We'll find out if we can get it. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. Be sure to watch the My Player tonight, because we find out whether we move or not. And, of course, that's always interesting. We had loads of votes, actually, on the vote over the weekend. So thank you very much for that if you did watch it. But, yeah, like I say, end of this episode. Be sure to catch the My Player tonight. I'll be streaming obviously over on twitch.tv at 8:45 as well, so follow the link in the description to my Twitch, follow the link in the description to my Twitter, and I'll see you next time.